Hey guys, welcome to your 20-minute full body workout of the day. You're going to need a set of dumbbells for yourself, maybe 2 or 3 pounds, a soft surface for yourself, a small place to move, and if you have them, a band of light resistance and a Pilates ball. If you don't have either of those, don't worry. They're really just going to be more for feedback today. So I will guide you through class with and without them. So don't worry if you don't have them. Grab everything that you need and let's get into it. We're going to get started with core connection. You're going to grab your ball if you're using one, and you're going to grab your band if you're using those. If you don't have either one of those, you don't have to use them. Like I said, this band is just going to be for a little bit of feedback, a little bit of extra resistance, but you don't need it if you don't have it. And same thing with the ball. If you don't have the ball, you could just bring your arms out in front of you. You could use a weight, you could use a block, anything that you have. We're going to start off pressing our feet. Let me scoot back here a little bit so you can see. We're going to press our feet hip width apart down into the mat. You're going to sit up nice and tall, bring that ball in between your palms and press it up overhead. Then you're going to lower the ball down in front of you. And as you lower the ball in front of you, you're going to take a scoop with your lower back to bring your lower back to a C curve, thinking of scooping your tailbone up and under, navel to spine. Squeezing in on that ball, you're going to lift up. Open that heart up, then lower down, scoop it up and under. Lift it up and lower it down. Pressing those feet down into the mat and pressing both of your palms into your ball. Exhale, scoop. Inhale, lift. If you've got that band on, it's just there for feedback. Little reminder that you have legs, though I'm sure you're feeling it. Last one, hold that C curve down, hold that ball out in front of you. You're going to carve that ball down to the right, squeeze your right obliques, then lift it back up to center, then carve it down to the left and bring it back up to center. Take it right and center. Take it left and center. Keep thinking navel to spine. That scooping up and under of your tailbone here for 3, 2, 1. Now hold it center. You're going to continue to carve. Reset with your C curve if you need to. You're going to start to add extension through your leg as you carve down to the side. You're stretching through that hamstring and then bringing it back to center. And then carving down the opposite way, lifting that leg up, bring it back to center. Carve and extend and lift. Doing your best to keep that C curve. Keep thinking navel to spine. We're bracing in with our abdomen. For 3, 2, and 1. Hold it center. Find your C curve. Scoop it up and under and squeeze in on that ball and then release. Just squeeze in and release. Oh my goodness, it burns. We're warming that core up. It's more than warm. It's on fire. Press for 3, 2, 1, and release. Sit it up. Oh my goodness, we're not done. Scoot yourself up. That ball is going to come in between your shoulder blades. If you don't have a ball, you're just going to come onto your back. If you're using that ball, it's right in between your shoulder blades. I'm going to scooch myself to the center here, try and stay in the frame for you. Right in between those shoulder blades, or like I said, you're on your back. Your hands are coming behind your head to make a little pillow for the back of your head, and you're going to extend all the way back over that ball. Take a nice big inhale. Feel everything expand. Bring your elbows out. Send your heart up towards the ceiling. Then exhale. And lift up off of that ball. Lower down, expand. Inhale. Exhale, contract, lift up. Yes. Oh my goodness. Already shaking. That deep core connection, extend, and crunch. If you don't have a ball, you're just crunching up with those exhales and opening those elbows up at the bottom. For 3, 2, and 1. Now bring the palms together, reach your arms up overhead, fingertips towards the ceiling. You're lifting up off that ball and lowering down. Exhale, lift and lower. That band is just there. Again, feedback. Keeping those knees right over your hips. Ooh, I'm shaking. Reach for 3, 2, and 1. And gently sit yourself up. Remove that ball from behind your back. Keep that band right where it's at. We're going back down, bone by bone. Bring yourself down to your mat. And this time lower all the way down. That ball is going to come between your palms up overhead. If you don't have a ball, you can be just like this here, palms facing each other. You could have your palms together if you want a little bit more of that inner bicep engagement. You take what you want for yourself. We're starting off with our feet hip width. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale. Imprint your lower back down onto that mat. Press into both of your feet and think navel to spine. Then you're going to curl your tailbone up and under as you start to lift your hips up off the mat. Keep that navel to spine. Don't let your ribs flare open at the top. Squeeze on that ball, and then bone by bone, lower it down. Curl it up and lower down. In 2, we add a press out at the top. 1. Hold it up at the top. You're going to press out into that band, like you're going to rip that band apart, then bring it back to center and lower it down. Lift, press out, in and lower. When you release that band back to center, when you bring your knees back to center, you're not letting your knees knock any closer than your ankles. You're keeping that resistance on that band. You've got 3. That ball is just static overhead. Last 2. Press. And 1. And lower down. Now turn your toes out to a 45-degree angle. Your heels are staying right where they're at. You're just turning your toes out. We have that same movement. You're tucking your tailbone up and under, navel to spine. Lift up. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Then press out into that band, back to center, and lower it down. Notice how this time your outer thighs have to work a little bit more to keep your knees over your ankles. Now that you have that expansion out, that band wants to pull everything back to center. Also, don't forget about your arms. Are you squeezing in on that ball? If someone came to take that ball away from you right now, would they be able to? Last 2. And 1. And lower it down. Now turn your heels out to bring your feet back to parallel. They're going to be a little bit wider than hip width this time, and you're going to have to press into that band if you're using one to keep your knees right over your ankles. Lift your hips up and lower down. Lift it up and lower down. You keep thinking navel to spine. Don't let those ribs flare open at the top. Knees above your ankles. You're squeezing your outer thighs and your quads to keep that band open. In 4, we hold. Last 3. Squeeze those glutes at the top. 2 more. And 1, hold it up at the top. You just press out into that band and release. Just press it out and release. You've got it. Press. Release. Those outer thighs are on fire. You're pressing down into all the corners of your toes and you're squeezing those glutes. You should feel it right here on that outer glute, on that outer thigh. Oh my gosh, for 3. So let those ribs flare open for 2. Everything is nice and tight. Last 1. And lower it all down. Oof. So good. All right. Roll yourself up. You're going to set your ball off to the side just for now. If you've got a band on, keep it right where it's at. Little challenge here. Cross your ankles and shift yourself forward. Bring your fingertips down to the floor. And then send your hips up. Uncross your feet. Take that forward fold. Work it out. All right. Roll it all the way up. We've got a little bit to do standing here. You're going to grab your ball, if you have one, and your hand weights. The band right now is 100% for feedback. So if you don't have it here, don't worry. It's absolutely fine if you feel like you've been missing out because you don't have it. Don't worry here. The ball is also just going to be a little bit of feedback here. You could do this without the ball or with. Options for everybody. Your knees are in line, parallel line there. And we're going to start with our right heel popped up. That ball is going to come underneath your right heel, or you're just lifting that heel up and you're just keeping it there on your own by squeezing your calf muscle. The ball is just there as a reminder to keep your heel lifted. If you don't have the ball, you're using your brain to do that. Grab your dumbbells. We're going to start off, actually, we're going to stay pretty much with this leg stance for the entire series. You can see here, I can show you this way too. My feet are parallel, my knees are in line, and we're going to be hinging forward at the hips. All right, resetting here. If the ball gets away from you, that's how it goes sometimes. All right, knees in line. Longest setup ever. It's all right. These are important things. Find alignment from your tailbone all the way up to the crown of your head. These weights come forward. You hinge at your hips. Notice how I'm not sinking down with my knees. My knees aren't bending. I'm hinging forward at my hips. Gravity is going to take those weights down. Then you're going to pop it back up. We're going to lower it down, send your glutes back, and you're going to lift it right back up. Lower, press all of your weight into your left foot. Lower down and lift it up. It's a little bend and snap action. A little Elle Woods inspiration here. Lower and lift just for 2, and then we add on. And 1. Now we're going to hold at the bottom with our hinge, and you're going to fly your elbows up to your shoulders, lower down, and then lift it back up. You lower, you fly, release, and lift. You're sending your glutes back in space. And then you're squeezing your scapulas together to pull those weights up. Hinge, row, and lift. Keep thinking navel to spine. You've got 2. And 1. Now hinge it forward, deadlift it down, and then press those weights all the way up overhead. You lower down, hinge, send those glutes back, then pull those weights up and press it all the way up overhead. Navel to spine, especially at the top here. Keep thinking of bracing nice and strong here. Core integration is going to give you that stability. You've got 3 more. Press and lower. Last 2 and 1. And lift it up. Step off of that ball if you've got it. Do a little shake. And then we're going to take it right into the other side. So you're going to bring that ball underneath your left heel if you're using a ball. Again, if you don't have a ball, that's all right. You can do this without the ball. And you're just going to be squeezing that calf muscle, keeping your heel lifted the whole time using your brain and your body, which, hey, maybe that's even better. The ball is your feedback to keep that heel lifted. We're starting off with that basic deadlift. You're just sending your glutes back, letting gravity take those weights, and then you're snapping it back up. Little bend and snap. Lower and lift. At the top, exhale. Think wrapping those ribs in nice and tight. We don't lose that core connection. We don't lose that integration. As soon as we start to lose it, reset, come back. Find that navel to spine, that strong core, like you're wearing a corset. Take 4 more, and then we add on a little bit different arms this time. Last 2 and 1. Hold it down. Weights are going to face forward. You're going to row your elbows up towards your rib cage and then release. Then press it back up. Lower down. Elbows row in. Extend. Lift it up. Yes, pull and lift. Keep going. You've got this. You are strong. You are capable. Pull those weights in. Keep thinking navel to spine. Last 2. And 1. Now we're taking that full range, lower down, then press all the way up overhead. Take that deadlift forward, nice and controlled, then press it back up. That band is just there for feedback. Just keeping your knees in line if you don't have it. You're just being mindful to keep your knees parallel. Last 4. 3 more. Don't lose that core connection. You've got it. 2 and 1. And let it go. Step off of that ball. Ooh, little forward fold. Now you can take that band off. Give it a little shake out. Come down to your mat. We're going to give ourselves a little stretch here. Set any equipment that you've used off to the side. Let's do a little half split here. So you're going to come to all 4s. And you're going to step your right foot up to the top of your mat. Press into your left toes to lift your knee up. Sneak it back a little bit further and then drop it down and untuck your toes. Lift your heart up, send energy through the top of your head, press down into that right foot. Stretch on your inner thigh. Then bring your right hand outside your foot and start to walk your hands back, shift your hips back, flex your foot, take a little half split here. Just linger just for a moment, gently forward fold over that leg, release your hamstring without locking that knee out. You keep a soft bend in that knee. And then bring your right hand inside, sweep it back around, release, little wiggle of your booty side to side, wag your tail, and then bring it back to center. Step left foot up to the top of the mat. Tuck your right toes, lift your knee up, sneak that right leg back until you get a nice stretch across your right hip flexor. And then bring your left hand outside of your foot. Press up, lift up, send your heart forward. And then we're going to start to walk it back. Shift your hips back, flex through your foot, soft bend in your knee, release your hamstring and your glute. Forward fold. Bring your hand inside, sweep your leg back. We're going to take just a few little cat-cow presses, side to side. Up and down. Circle your wrists out. Send your hips back. Other direction. And sit it back. Amazing job. You crushed it. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments below. Like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you want some more, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.